So this particular advertisement copy is most important aspect. So before the headlines, some of the writers or designers, what they do, first they put this particular subheadings, then they'll come with the headlines. So surely they will not be there in the business, they will be out of the business. It is a sum total of all the elements which are required for making that particular copy. So this is the first and foremost important element where it will come into contact with anyone. Hi and a warm welcome to you all dear students. I, George Lime, Commerce Faculty, Department of Commerce, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Dear students, today we are going to take session 3 of unit 4 of your Principles of Marketing. So the unit 4 topic is, or the unit we say is advertising, publicity and event management. Now dear students, in the last class, in the last 2 sessions, I was explaining to you about the introduction part of advertising, right? So I told you what is an advertising, the concept of advertising, the meaning and the definition of advertising, right? Then I also explained to you about the various elements of advertising, the features of advertising, the characteristic features we say, as well as I had explained to you about the importance of advertising and the various other aspects related to the advertising. So in today's class, we shall take up the next topic known as advertising copy. What is an advertising copy? See, an advertising copy is nothing but it is a design which has been made by the designer, that is from the advertiser. So this particular advertisement copy is most important aspect because a very good advertisement copy surely will attract the attention of the customers. So only when the customer's attention is been attracted, so only when the customer's attention is been attracted and when you are giving an awareness about that particular product, right, to the consumers or to the customers regarding that particular product through advertisement, so it will be easy for the customers to come to know about that particular product, the features, the natures, right, the benefits, the price, the composition, the direction to use, all this they will come to know, and finally they will have a choice this to select as well as to purchase that product if it is very essential as well as if it satisfies the needs and wants of that particular consumers. Now as I was telling you regarding, now as I was telling you about the advertising copy, so it says it is a very integral part, the most important part in the advertising campaigning, because without this particular advertisement copy there is no advertising, right? So without it no advertising agent is acknowledged. Is acknowledged means it says where without a very creative and pervasive copy. So this particular advertisement copy, it should be a very much attractive one, it should be a very creative one. Only then it can attract the attention of the customers, right? And it becomes very much useful, or it becomes very much interesting and becomes a very good advertisement copy. So this particular advertisement copy, it is like it makes up the sum of the total business, right, of advertising. So this copy will tell you what is that particular feature of that particular product. So all that features or the intention of that particular advertiser, or it may be the marketer, so that will be put in this particular copy, and it says that is why business is evolving and succeeding. So that is the reason, because of this particular advertisement copy, the business house is evolving, it has been maintaining and it is there in the market for so many years. The reason is because of this particular advertisement copy, because it is so attractive, it is so creative, so lot of skills, knowledge and the work of creative work of that particular advertiser is done, or his work is there in that particular advertising, which is causing the attention, the alertness, the awareness of the consumers to come to know or to get the knowledge about that particular product, and thereby they can choose and select the product which is very much essential on part of their satisfies the needs and wants of the consumers. So this particular copy gives a very good return to the advertiser. Surely give a very good return, that is it will fetch good sales as well as good target markets will be attracted. They can enter into new markets, they penetrate into new markets, they can face the competition as well as they attract lot of customers towards that particular product, and thereby earning more profit and regaining into other markets also. So here where the advertising agency careless about creativity. So where an advertisement agency, when it is very much careless, when they are very much careless about this particular designing of this particular copy, then it says in the preparation of the copy, such would pack up from the business. So surely they will not be there in the business. They will be out of the business, because it says a creative department is responsible for writing and development of copy in any advertising agency. So it says which department is very much important. The creativeness, the creative department, the creativeness, or the person or one who's doing this, the advertiser who is doing his creativity or showing his creativity and skills in this advertising, surely he will be responsible. He will be a responsible person or responsible agency, or the department will be so much responsible for writing and developing that particular copy which an advertisement agency is doing it. Now coming to the actual concept, the meaning of advertisement copy, we say it is advertisement copy is the sum of all the elements of a creative work. So it is a total work of total activities of that particular creative work, or you can say it is a sum total of all the elements which are required for making that particular copy a very good advertisement copy or an attractive copy. So these elements relate to the produce, ready to disseminate. So these elements are next to produce a very ready to disseminate advertising message. So this particular copy, it says it is going to give a very good ready-made message to the people. So these elements that make up the copy includes what will be there in this particular advertisement copy. It says it includes the headlines. First and foremost, in the advertisement copy, we see the headlines, then there will be sub-headlines, then there will be the text, that is what is the message, then pictures, sounds, as well as other things that would make this particular copy a successful one in the advertising campaign. So, and it may be through electronic, print media, or any other social media where this advertisement is going to be telecasted or it will be put in. So this, again I'll repeat, this advertisement copy is what? It is the sum total. So it is a sum total of elements of all the creative work of that particular agency or the department or that particular person or individual. Right? Now this, what are these elements? The elements that will constitute to make a particular copy, which is very much essential, is there should be an headline for that particular advertisement copy, there should be a sub headline, then text, pictures, sound, all this, and surely that will make an advertisement copy a successful one, and thereby it can be in the form of, the advertisement can be put wherever it is suitable, such as it may be in the electronic media or print media or in the social media. Now, as I was telling you about the advertisement copy, it says the headlines will be there, subheadings, then the body copy, captions will be there, bulb or of balloon, then box of panels, and slogan, logotype, and signature. So these are the important what you call the elements of the advertisement copy. So let us see that in detail about this particular elements of advertisement copy. So first is the headlines. As I told you, it is the headlines. So what will be there in this particular headline? It says this is the first copy interface with anyone who would come into contact. So this is the first and foremost important element where it will come into contact with anyone who, that is usually written in a large type of face. So as and when the particular advertisement we see or watch or we read, so that heading will be the first one, which will be in a larger typeface. And also it refers to as caption. So we call it as the caption, where the headline is designed in such a way that there is a catchy illustration. So as you watch it, immediately the eyes will go to that particular headings or headlines where it will catch your attention, and also it attracts the attention of the customers or customers on that particular advertisement. So it drives the prospective buyers to further investigate the brand. So here this is about the headline. So headline is what? This is the first place where there will be the caption, and that will be in a large and little bold letters where you can see it, and it will attract the attention of the customers of that particular advertisement. Now coming to the subhead. In subhead it says this goes after the headline often. So once the headline is over, immediately we can see the sub headlines. So sometimes what happens, some of the copywriters, they will show or display this particular sub-head first before the headlines. So before the headlines, some of the writers or designers, what they do, first they put this particular subheadings, then they'll come with the headlines. So this is basically for the purpose. Why they are doing this? The main purpose or the intention of that particular designer or advertiser to see that which they deem would drive in audience to the entire copy. So it is just to attract the attention of the customers they are doing it. So the subhead is written in a smaller typeface. So the headlines will be in a larger face, but this subline, or we call it as subheadings, will be in a little bit smaller size and lesser than headlines but larger than the body text. So it will be lesser than the headlines but smaller than the that is, we call it as, this subheading is written in a smaller type, and it says it is lesser than the headlines. So headlines will be bigger one and this will be smaller one, but it is larger than the text which you put in that particular advertisement. Then the body copy. So here in this particular, the third one element, it says body copy, where the illustration text will be put, as well as you can see it is the smallest type face in the copy. So this is the small wordings we can see, or illustration, than the headlines or the subhead. Okay. So here the body copy, what it gives the information. So the body copy, it will explain a brand in few and concise. So it will explain about that particular product, as well as it says what is that particular brand, that will be told, or that message will be passed, that is in a very small, in a few, as well as in a concise. That means in a very smaller manner, but creative words will be put. That will surely attract the minds of the customers, as well as it says it explains the brand in the best possible way. So totally we can see in the copy, body copy, we can see that it is where you are going to put the illustration text, that is the message you are going to put about that particular advertisement, and that body copy will be the smallest typeface, that is the words, as well as it will be compared to this headlines and subhead, this illustration text which you put, that will be in a smaller size, and this body, that will explain to you what about that particular brand in a very small and concise manner, as well as it will be put in a very creative words. So when you put it in a creative word, that message, surely that will attract the audience, as well as it can be very quickly and fastly it will be putting, that is, it will be going into the head, and thereby it explains the best possible way, in best possible way it tries to explain about that particular brand or that particular product. The next element is captions. So here these are written in smaller typeface than the body. So body is smaller, then compared to that, this particular captions will be lesser than the body copy. And what it represents, the sale points by illustrating. So it will be representing the sales points. How it is going to give that information, that is through illustrating and explaining them at the same time. So with the illustration, it will be giving the meaning for that particular illustration and explaining them. And also captions are less important to the main selling points. So these captions are not much so important towards the main points, selling points in advertisement than the body copy. But it should be there in that particular advertisement. The bulb or balloon. So this is the next element in the elements, that is of an advertisement copy. So here the term used in advertising to represent that whatever the illustrations of an advertising copy is there, it is coming out from the mouth of one of the character which is being used where in the advertisement campaign. So at these times they are used as headlines and displayed in large size. So this particular, the bulb or balloon, it says bulb or balloon is nothing but it is used in the advertisement copy or in the advertisement in order to represent or give a representation to the illustration, whatever the illustration you are given in the advertisement copy. And how it is coming, that is coming from the out of the mouth of one of the characters used in the advertising. Now for example, you are calling a film actor, right, and he is saying something about that particular product. So that is called where the bulb or the balloon. right? And sometimes what happens, most of the times these are used as the headlines. So in the advertisement, they make this bulb or balloon as the headlines, and it has been displayed in a larger scale or in a larger size. And next is box and panels. Now these are the elements in the advertisement copy where it says it will display the unique, something different and special information other than what it is to be already, which is already been displayed in that particular advertisement. So for example, they are using such features such as coupons, or it may be the special offers or discount, or the contest rules, right? We say that conditions apply, terms and conditions apply, they put. So it is what this is that about the box and panels. Then we see slogan, logo types and trade. Now this trademark and signatures. So all this will be there in this particular advertisement copy. So these elements, what are these elements? These elements, that is slogan, logo type, trademark and signature, all will show often themselves in the advertisement. It will be there in the advertisement. If you see it, you will come to know. So they are companies identifying the tags. So they are the companies identification tags, slogan, or it may be the trademark or the signature. What it signifies? It signifies that is that particular company's trademark it is, or the brand name, or the logo, right, or the slogan. So all this will be there in this particular advertising. So a dil mange more, we say. So Pepsi, a dil mange more. So that means when you hear that is the slogan, a dil mange more, means it says it is the advertisement of particular company or the brand, that is Pepsi. So likewise, they are giving the identification or the tags for that particular company through this various kinds of slogans or logo types, trademarks and signatures. As well as it says they differentiate one organization from another. So this particular slogan or trademarks and signatures or logo type, they will be differentiating, making the differentiation between one advertiser or one company or the manufacturer or organization with another, right? And especially when they offer the competitive brands. So usually this is been put in order to see that they use this particular kinds of slogans or trademark signature, all this in order to see that when they are offering something, some competitive brands for that particular product. So example, MTN, then Glomac, so Airtel, all these are the organizations which will be offering telecommunication services, you know that, right? And if none of these elements are present, they might just confuse the customers in order to identify their preferred, what you call the brand. So if that particular slogan or logo type or trademark signatures is not being put in the advertisement, then what happens in the advertisement copy? That will make the customers very confusing one, where they will not be able to understand and identify, recognize which are the brands and who are their marketers, or which are the company and the organization from which this advertisement has come. And it will be not easy for them to choose their particular products also. So that is about the advertisement copy, students. Now let us go to move to the next topic called as advertising layout. What is a layout? It is like a framework, we say, advertising framework. So there should be a frame. In that frame only you are going to put the advertisement. Whatever you want to put, all that will be put here. So this is nothing but the layout. So advertising layout is an identical category with advertisement copy. So it is also one of the important aspects related to advertisement copy. One may not be able to totally isolate. So you cannot leave that. Isolate means you cannot leave this advertisement layout, both copy and the layout, in the production of advertisement campaign. So in the advertising campaign, when you take up the advertisement campaign for that particular product, then you cannot leave or isolate this both, that is the copy and the layout. Why? Because it says copy is an integration of the copy elements. So you have seen why this particular copy is very much important. What are the things will be there in that? As I told you, there will be headlines, subheadings, the text, the alliteration, slogans, all this will be there. So all this is very, very important aspects are part of advertisement copy. So this advertisement copy elements, in order to produce a super message, So advertisement copy has been prepared in order to see that you are passing on information or a very good superb message to the consumers at large, and whereas layout is a physical show, you are showing physically how, or a sketch of the outcomes of the copy work. So how that is being put into action, so that is known about, or that is known regarding this particular advertising layout. So layout is primarily concerned with what? It is concerned with the finished work. It is the total finished work of an advertisement copy. So once everything is finished, then you are going to put a framework for it, right? And it displays the aesthetic copy and represents the assessment on the acceptability. And you can see this layout is a work drawing which is usually a pencil sketch to show the position of the copy elements, that is the size of the text, the typefaces, colors, differentiation. So all this will be put together in order to inform a complete advertisement campaign. So what is a layout? Layout is a work, or we say it is a drawing work which is been usually sketched from a pencil, right? And it shows how that particular advertisement copy position and what are the elements of that particular copy, such as it may be the sizes of the text, how big the size of that particular text or the messages you have put, then typefaces and what are the colors you are going to use, right, of different units or different items. So all this will be there in this particular layout. Now, as I told you, it consists of the shape. What is the shape of that particular advertisement? Then the size and the location of the illustration, whatever the pictures you are putting. So what will be the size and where it has to be put? Then the style type, what kind of style or the type which you use, what should be the size, and where the space it has been allotted to put that particular illustration or captions, and the mass to be occupied totally. And border style, what are the border style you are going to give for that advertisement, if you have any border style, as well as the width and the margin of the white space. So the width and the margin of the space, or we call it as the white space. So all this will be in this actual, that is layout. Then any additional directions that may also help the printer to execute the plan of the designer. So that will be there. Then color combinations, which are the different color combination you are going to put in that advertisement. So the type, then what are the borders as well as the illustrations which you use in the advertisement. So a creative officer that produces advertisement layout is known as layout designer. So the person or individual, we call him as the creative officer, one who is giving a lot of creativity and one is doing so much of creativity in the advertisement. So that person we call him as, that is layout designer. We call him as layout designer. And this layout designer is the person, one who is visualizing how that particular advertisement will be after everything is completed, right? He visualizes the entire copy output. So he'll be visualizing, he'll be thinking about total output, that is the total output of that advertisement copy, and he projects this concept. So he will be projecting if that particular one theme is given, on that theme how creativity he is going to do, how he is going to use his creativity, and how he is going to give. So that concept, that is he will be projecting the concept of that particular advertising, of how the copy would appear before the target audience. So if a particular one advertisement a theme is given for the product on that particular advertiser or that particular what you call the designer, layout designer, he will be first visualizing it and he will project it, how it will come at the end, how it can be projected, how it can be shown in the form of advertisement of that particular product to the audience, target audience. Yes, usually an experienced person as well as the professional in the job. So only the professional and the experienced person can do lot of creative work and create lot of creativeness and using his skills and talents and his creativity in bringing out a very good advertisement copy or the layout. And often he is a creative and very good artistic personality. That's what I said. He is a very good creative person and a very good personality. Now, what are the procedures, students? This is the next topic regarding the layout. So here, layout procedure. There are some guidelines which has to be performed by every layout designer. So this will enable the designer to perform a perfect layout procedure. So first one, it says layout design space allocation. So he should first take into consideration the layout space, that is layout design space location, then the size of that particular location, then the amount of figures which he has to put, and the copy which has to go into the media are all well arranged. So all these things has to be taken care by the layout designer. Then the designer should know the brand very well. So the designer who is doing that particular design or the work of that particular advertisement, he should know about that particular brand and enough to give it an excellent layout. Only when he comes to know about, when he is having knowledge about that particular brand, he is able to use his talents and skills and give lot of creativity in bringing out an excellent layout. Then he should know about the advertisement policy of the company. So not only that, he should also know what are the policies related to the advertisement of the company, that also he should be well aware. Then he should be able to adopt his layout design so that will fit into the publication where or whichever the advertisement is be appearing. So he should be having the knowledge, and he should see that he is able to adopt whatever the layout is going to make or the design is going to make for the layout. That should be easily adoptable one, where whichever the media the advertiser or the manufacturer wants to put. Then it enables the advertiser to see in advance. So it will be particular guidelines will help him to see that in advance before printing what the exact picture of the advertisement would be like. So before going for a print or taking out a print of that particular advertisement, so it will help people or the person to see in advance how it will come once the printing is over, what will be the final outcome of that particular advertisement and how it would be like. Then it gives the printer. So these are the importance. We are saying these are the importance. The importance of layout is what? It enables the advertiser to see in advance. So before printing, how that particular advertisement will come out. And also it gives the printer a guide on what to do, right? And third, it says it will provide to the printer. The third importance is it provides to the printer in advance picture, so that the world, that is the total complete work which has been done on the layout or advertisement, how it will look like when it will be printed. It eliminates arguments and misunderstandings. So the importance of advertisement says that it will surely eliminate or it will clear the arguments and misunderstandings between the advertiser and the printer in the areas of marginal notations. So if they are having some misunderstandings, as well as if they are having some the doubts or arguments, that will be surely cleared through this layout. And it will give a concrete proposal to the agency. This particular layout, importance of layout says that it will surely give a very concrete proposal, means a very good concrete means a stable one, a fit proposal to the agency, advertisement agency, to make a bold representation to its clients. So they will be able to make a very bold representation for their clients. Then it also gives the advertiser or the client an opportunity to examine, right, to test or to examine what the agency submitted for approval, right? And also it says careful prepared layout. When a layout has been prepared, it has to be carefully prepared, and that will surely make the task of decision making easier. So this will help the advertiser or the agency to take up decisions very easily based on that particular layout. Which are the important topics we have covered in this particular session? Okay, now I had explained to you the advertisement copy, the introduction I gave you about advertisement copy. Then I explained to you about the concept, the meaning of advertisement copy. Then we saw the different elements of an advertisement copy. Then I explained to you all the elements of an advertisement copy. Then we came to layout, advertisement layout. I told you about the concept, the meaning of advertisement layout, right? And we can see what are the things that has to be in that particular layout, that is such as shape, the size and color, then the type, size, then space, then border style, the width of margin and white space. All this should be in that particular layout when they design, right? Then any other color combination or any other direction to be put, all that. Then the guidelines which will enable a perfect layout procedure. What are the various guidelines has to be followed for person, one who is designer, one who is doing this particular layout, how it should be and how the perfectly you can make a layout, advertisement layout. Then I told you the importance. So these are the various topics, students, which I had covered to you in this particular session, and this is very important and part of the examination point of view, because advertisement copy and the layout is very important, and surely they will be asking for the examination. It can be asked for 5 marks or for 10 marks. So the concept, explain the, or we can say write a short notes on advertisement copy, or write a short notes on advertisement layout, right? As well as they can ask you for 5 marks the importance of the advertisement layout also. So it is having a weightage. So these particular topics are having a lot of weightage on part of examination point of view. So that I'm just asking you to study and concentrate on this particular concepts as well as the particular topics which I covered to you today. So see you, students, in the next session. Until then, take care. Have a nice time. Thank you, students.